Okay, so this week, this week we try to mindful of drinking. Did you drink mindfully? See, what is, see, now this is important. What is mindful of drinking? Because we are always drinking. So at least when you drink anything, whatever, the tea, water, cold water, hot water, or anything, just if you can see that object what you're drinking, normally we don't even see, we even don't taste it, like just we don't know even we drink it. Just at least bring that, oh, I am seeing the water. It's a little tea inside, and water is coming. It is touching my tongue. Oh, that's it. I'm experiencing it. So now water, get into. So just that very simple. That's it, So that very slight, it takes just few seconds when you drink the water, just few seconds of just seeing the water or tea or whatever, and experiencing the touching the object and the subject of the awareness, and then experiencing it when you're observing it. So that's it. Now I tell you something. The benefit is tremendous, or what? Because see, it will become a trigger. Whenever you see, if you really, see, it's a tough to mindful of eating, and then even it's more tough to mindful of drinking now. But if you're practicing, you will be so surprised that every time when you eat the meal, like for example, this morning they helped me to bring the breakfast here, so I was literally like doing my sadhana. It's almost like for me, I was put there, I sit there, preparing myself for like a morning sadhana, just sitting there and recalling my Lama, the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, expressing my gratitude of the Lama, Dharma, Buddha. And it's almost like a Guru Yoga is happening here. Lama is inside my heart, and gratitude to all the farmers and food and cook, and really expressing gratitude. And that compassion is coming here, and sitting there, relaxing my body. And then I'm also doing my stress management here. So just before the breakfast, like a whole thing is just, and then eat the breakfast with mindfulness. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's almost like you're doing some very powerful fire puja or sadhana. And by the way, when you eat, you are doing the fire puja. That's the ultimate fire puja, because inside you are in Tibetan or the Ayurveda or whatever, inside the agni, the fire, So that and by the way, last week I say like trillions of sentient beings. Do you remember that? You are feeding trillions of sentient beings. Now today I want to say, according to our mystic Vajrayana, you're offering to trillions of deities. Now, did you see that whole change now? Whole change. Last week I said to give a generosity to all sentient beings, it's a more merit when you eat one meal mindfully. Now today I want to say, just eating mindfully, you're offering the Tsok, to this, what we call the trillions of deities. And by the way, the whole cell, there's full of deities. Now you are the whole, what do you call it, the mandala of deities. Now that's a perception, that the biologists, they see the physical, that as a whole, the billion, trillions of sentient beings. But we Vajrayana see this whole sentient beings as a deity. So when you do the eating mindfully, you are doing the ultimate fire puja. Is it clear or not? Whoa, what is happening? Just eating one meal. Now you are generosity to trillions of sentient beings, offering to trillions of deity. What is happening? That's called mystery, Vajrayana. So whatever. So what I'm trying to say, especially many of you, we are busy everyday life. So if you drink this 1 week, try, just drink mindfully. You don't have to put you don't have to be put mystery within. Just mindful of what you are drinking. You're mindful of your when you're holding the cup, mindful of your seeing what you're drinking, and mindful of the touching your tongue, the aware of what you're. That's it. So now the interesting, do you know the power of compounding? If you study the business, you know that. It's a power of compounding. You're eating mindfully, there you are compounding the mindfulness. Ooh, you're drinking, there you are compounding the mindfulness. Ooh, now you're shitting, you're compounding the mindfulness here. Ooh, when you're peeing, you're compounding the peeing mindfulness here. Oh, when you are brushing, you're accumulating compounding the mindfulness. You will become a mindful millionaire or soon billionaire. Do you understand what I mean? That's the power of compounding. Especially some of you know about the little business and hold this investment, and you know this power of compounding. So same with the mindfulness. So we practitioner have to take every opportunity, drinking. So what will happen if you train? It will take 1 month or even 100 days to really train your body or mind. So next time what will happen, automatically in the beginning you have to little push, but automatically when you're drinking, you practice the mindful naturally. You're more calm before you eat, before you go to toilet. Are you still using the mobile in your toilet or not yet? Or you are going back now? So I mean, just simple shift. You will be surprised, my friend. Simple shift. And by the way, before I finish it and before I close it today, really like a what do you call the toilet, the shitting and peeing. It is reflect of your own health. Do you understand what I mean? When you shit and when you pee, when you're more mindful, my friend, you will be so surprised. When you are more mindful of shitting, you know that the shit is too hard or too soft or too water. Do you understand? Or smooth. It's your shit is like a piece by piece or one big chunk, or maybe it take like 10 minutes to come one drop. Oh my God, so now my friends, it looks like a very okay, I know what, but interestingly, if you're more mindful, you will be so interesting when you eat mindfully. So you will be so aware that what you are eating, when you are eating, why you're eating, and it is really directly connected to your what do you call the shit hole, because if you're not eating mindfully, if you're eating too much, if you're not mindful, you don't know, what your body needs, and you're just eating it like mindlessly. And now you're not drinking enough water. Of course, the shit will be too dry. Then if you are not eating enough, what do you call that maybe, I don't know, fat, or maybe oil, I don't know, oily, or whatever, or maybe no, what do you call this? Fiber, no? I really like this concept of 1 apple a day, doctor. It's because apple have a lot of fiber. So I don't want to bring into the nutrition again here, and otherwise you might be thinking like a shit. He is really now nutrition specialist. But what I'm trying to say, when you eat mindfully, you know what you are eating, when you're eating, why you're eating. That's a power of mindful. And then when you shit, and you will know why shit is dry, why shit is small, why shit is not coming for a few days. It is directly connected to what you're putting inside. Is it clear or not? And you will become a very good doctor of yourself, my friends. So mindful of eating and mindful of shitting. And if you have a little knowledge of Tibetan medicine, or maybe, I don't know, Chinese, or maybe you will be surprised, like the different color of the shit. It will tell you everything what is happening in your body, different color. And the different color of the pee, of course, that will show you how much, the liquid but the bubbles in the pee. Of course, the men, we see always that, but female, I don't know. In the male, we just seeing how many bubbles is coming in our pee, just kidding. So that whole thing will really show you the color, the texture of the pee, the texture of the shade, the color of the shade, the quality of the shade. It will tell you everything what is going inside your body. And it even will help you to predict what will going to happen. And you can literally, if you are mindful, see, that's the beauty of, before you go to hospital, you can literally transform just by eating mindfully. Eating mindful doesn't mean that just eat, eat. No, the more mindful, you know what you need, what I don't need. Sometimes you have a lots of gastric, so sometimes if you are not mindful, you are eating something which is always producing the stomach ache. So if you are mindful, like, oh shit, this thing is creating me stomach ache. So next time, don't add this in your food. Problem is solved. Do you know sometimes you repeat the same thing 20 years? You are going through the pain for 20 years. Why? Simple, not knowing what you're eating. If you know, you just take away, problem solved.